Why, hello, hello, hello. Slightly surprising stream. Luke's already said in the chat that he's not looking for contact. Why? Because our good friend Luke Vesti, fellow Duffy's Discord member, you can see here, is sitting on not just 4.9k, is sitting on 4.999k. That's right, 4,999 IR. So Luke in car number 3 tonight, behind Paul Reagan and Ronaldo Augusto. Luke's aim is 1 iRating. Giving someone some strategy advice. All right, so we've downgraded the NVIDIA drivers to a supported driver. We've go back to base there, to my own car. All right, let's see what we can do in a qualifying session.
Okay, Adrian, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Good, got gear sync out of the way. Just worry about tyre temp now. Try not to use any battery in this outlap. Try to use as little battery as possible on the second lap as well. Not weaving too hard because there's not too much trouble getting the tyres up to temperature. Well, up to the minimum temperature anyway. Got a headwind into this first part of Spoon. Changes to crosswind now. Now a tailwind all the way down this straight. That's west-northwest, roughly, according to my gauge. Oh, my beeps are working as well. For some reason it's working tonight. It wasn't working last night. Thought something must have changed in the iRacing API because it was throwing an error. things, whatever error was happening was specific to that other session.
1:34.46. The leader has just done a 1:29.05.
Let's see how close to the front we can get. Push like now.
P6, that puts you 3.2 seconds off the leader's pace. The car in front has just done a 1:31.73. Sector 1 is 0.28 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.37 off the pace. Fastest lap for Augusto, 1:28.46. P5.
29.6. That's all right. Not quite the 29.1 I got last night. For a fixed setup, that's all right. Oh, I need to breathe more during qualifying laps. Oh. They're not chatting. Good. Welcome along. Glad you could join me. Thanks, Leopold. Didn't mean to guilt anyone into talking, but just wanted to double check that everything seemed okay with the stream. Apologies if it's a little slightly lower quality.
Yeah, my friend, Alonso, go, 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 go.
Indeed, fingers crossed. Thanks, Leopold. Well, I won't be having an incident with you like Thursday night. Hopefully, don't have any incidents with anyone. Hey, Wesley. Thank you very much. Still P5. Oh, wow. Paul O'Regan. I got a 129.654. Paul got a 129.656.002. Wow. That's okay. I'll be on the outside of Paul. Who's car number 1 today? Oh, no. Paul's just gone a row back because Harley Lloyd has put it up there. I'm now in 6th. Even numbers start on the inside here, which is probably where I'd prefer to start, actually, on the inside. It doesn't give you quite as many options, but it does mean I can just, I think netcode's slightly better when I'm the inside car.
That's the end of the session, P6.
So position 6. This over. We're going to do the strategy we've done all week with medium, soft, soft. I'm not going to do any psycho with psycho. Other strategies are available, but not picky.
53 laps, 6th place.
Thanks for joining me, everyone. If we get a lovely 53 solid laps, I'd just like to finish. That's what I'd like to do. Roll across the line. Goal. High up as possible.
This will be a standing start. All right, Adrian, be ready. Green, green, green.
Meh.
Car in front of us is Hernandez, car number 4, B licence. Their rating is 4.1. Good start, keep it up.
Max behind us and then Paul.
Defend hard, make them work for it.
Oh, that's wide. That's a delay getting on the power there. That's not good. Max is quick, so's Paul. Timothy May as well. Looking cold tyres understeer. It was bad. Bad, not a great first lap. Let's see what we can do from here.
You're reeling Hernandez in, the gap is 0.6.
Hey Connor. You could come do the fixed if you like. Nothing's stopping you. Except for the fixed set, I suppose.
Gap to E5 behind is now 0.6.
Yeah, I don't normally do the Saturday night race. It's nice to have a night after Thursday and Friday night streaming. Just have a quick break. But after the last couple of races.
The leader's just done it, 1:33.01.
Adrian,
P4, that lap time was 1:34.18.
gotta fix up that Casio.
Stick to your line, nail those exits. Right side. Clear right.
Hi,
You've
Paul.
just done a 134.25. Come on, stick with the bastard.
Bye, Paul.
The gap to P4 ahead is increasing. It's now 0.7. The next car is Regni, car number 1, and their rating is 5.6.
Ah. Tried to use attack mode. Can't use attack mode. Fixed race.
Okay, Adrian, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. P5.
Freaking hell, Adrian. What was that? Terrible turn 2. Didn't brake properly. Understeer City. Out on the curb.
The gap to May behind is now 1.2. The gap to Regni in front is now 1.2 seconds.
This fix needs an extra whole load of front wing.
That lap was at 134.40.
That's better.
The gap to May behind is now 1.2.
Need to go down second there. Don't get the rotation otherwise. That's just allowed Timothy into DRS range, I think. Especially when I have a spoon like that. Flippin' heck.
was a 134.75. That's good consistency, keep it up. Use all the track and force them to find the gap.
Hey James, how you doing? Yeah, P5's going pretty good. Some big names in this. You are very fast in this car. Ah, that's not the play.
Alright Adrian, we just cut the track.
About to be P6, I think. Timothy's no slouch. He's about to get DRS again.
P4. The car in front of us is now Hernandez, car number 4, B licence, and their rating is 4.1. Regni is now on softs.
Wait, what? Paul's pitted already for softs. He must be doing a 3-stop, surely. Oh wow. Your IR must be up in the nosebleeds if you're getting negative
Make them do the work.
podium, mate. That wasn't bad. Come on.
That was a 134.20.
Oh wow.
The gap behind is now 0.9.
Never a break on this circuit. Especially in a fast car like this, but even in other cars, doesn't feel like you get much of a break. Whew. Timothy's caught us up again. That wasn't a great triangle. Guess he's on the hunt.
Last lap was a 135.20.
Gonna send it. Mark there from
Fastest lap for Regni,
Timothy.
1:33.00.
We're both Australian. We know the score.
Okay, Adrian, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Whoops, almost sergeanted through there. Oh, nice. Yeah, the SFL's pretty forgiving, I feel. It's a pretty good, it and the F3 car are pretty good to just jump in. Full Big Daddy SF, it takes a bit of practice though. I can't really drive it properly. I do a passable impression of a proper driver of this car.
Fastest lap for Regni, 1:32.88. The gap to P5 behind is now 1.3 seconds.
I had a couple of front row starts, but that's because I ended up 20th, and they reverse gridded from the SFL or the F3 car, whatever we were using. I didn't get on with the whole 3 cars in one night thing. I missed quite a few rounds last year, so I was never really in it for the champ.
You've just done a 1:34.70.
Was that when I started on the front, and were you involved in that where we ended up in a big heap, turn 1 at the Roval? Because I know that happened. Ah, right. Yeah, no, because Colton and I were like, we know we have the worst netcode together. Or individually we had the worst netcode because, US for Colton and Australia for myself, and then we were both starting on the front row. So we were taking it super easy, and someone tried to send it on us. Not picking up the vibe that we would like, let's race after turn 1. Not by any agreement, but just by mutual knowing of what was going on, and then chaos ensued.
The lap time was 1:34.73. to May. Behind is now 1.7. P4.
Well, lots of people still haven't won a map race. Pretty difficult to do. There's quite a few good peddlers in there. You'll probably have a good chance at the next season with the way you've grown your iRating. iRating isn't something that you grow without developing some skills.
The lap time was at 1:34.69.
Yeah, you should be in the mix, mate. I do like that the map championship tends to be about, you know, needing to build an actual championship. Like, it's not always the person who, you know, wins more times than the other people, because they usually don't win enough. About who can
fastest lap for Balaj, 1:32.85.
consistently place high and get the points. So it's like a proper championship there.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 32 Celsius.
Does anyone know if Spoon has an apex? Look, Timothy slipped back into Hans' clutches. I've averaged 34.7 over my last 5.
That was at 1:34.83.
34.6 now. Haven't really been paying attention.
Okay, Adrian, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
The sort of thing I can do if I'm just distracted enough talking about other things. Brain seems to work a bit better.
That's a new fastest lap for Balaj, 1:32.80. The gap to Haynes behind is now 1.9 seconds.
Thanks, James. Good to know you're in my corner. Oh, there's the apex. Beautiful line. Now, if only it was fast. Hans is past Timothy. Obviously, Hans has kept some life in the old rubber. Starting to get to the point where the people who've been able to bring their tyres in, a few of them,
You've just done at 1:34.78.
not slide the fronts too much. Gonna start seeing the gains. People like me who seem to just turn a heap. And force things too much. I used to be so good at tyres. Back when we compared data in the MP4 30 days, Alex Van Geen used to get quite upset about my tyre wear numbers. Because he'd go, oh, I've got 60%, and I'd come in and I'd go, yeah, I've got 80 or 75. I was a bit slower, of course, but not slow enough to account for that.
Well,
fuel is more important in the sports car series. I mean, this thing's got probably 4 or 5 kilos too much fuel.
Time was 1:35.00.
See, that lap we used, could have used 100 grams more fuel and still been on average. That's what the minus 0.1 means on the screen. If the blocks are green, you're good for fuel. If the big blocks are red at the end of the lap, you're not. And the number in between is
Fastest lap for
how many kilos you were off your target.
1:32.63.
Oh yeah, it can be done though. And the skills you develop for saving fuel over there means you could come into this car and, you know, run it super lean, like the real teams do.
2.4.
Going to start seeing pit stops soon from the front. Already seen Paul pit out of. I assume Paul has to have had damage. Only 24 seconds. Would expect longer for a front nose change. Look, honestly, it's not that much better enough that you need to worry too much about it. I mean, if you're up the pointy end,
P5 is gaining on you. The gap is now
and you can save
10 seconds.
5 kilos on your car, why not? A lot of people run it so it's safe. You know, they just customize it. So this fixed set has to be like the heaviest fuel load you can possibly do on a lap, and assume that you do it every single lap.
Your last lap time was at 1:35.
But
1:18. Sector 1 is
because it's fixed
1.3
and
off the pace.
people can't customize it. But if you're running your own set, you'll take your average, and then, you know, if you need to do a couple of laps of fuel saving in the middle of the race, it probably doesn't cost you that much. But you saved 5. I've taken 8 kilos out of the fixed set before and run it.
The gap to P5 behind is now 1.6 seconds.
And in real life, 1 kilogram underweight can cost you the whole race. I mean, even if a kilo's a hundredth of a second over a 50 lap race, that starts to become a decent chunk of time. That, as Connor says, that could be a position. but it's probably a little more than a hundredth. You know, if it's half a tenth,
You've just done a 134.93.
that starts to become real money pretty quickly.
Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Nobody's blinked on the...
Is now on softs.
Oh, there we go. Hans is 1 kilogram's half a second over a race, yeah. So I think the fixed at 96 kilos, probably 5 kilos over from what I could probably run as a pretty safe setup. And if I wanted to push it, I could probably run 89 kilos, so 5 kilos being 2.5 seconds. And Connor runs 10 kilos lighter. Custom set, obviously. Yeah, hards get run. I've seen hards used in these races. The hard isn't terrible around here. I just can't get it to... I just can't get close enough to the medium lap times to save a stop.
That last lap was at 134.80.
I'd probably lose 20 seconds
Is now on
when it
softs.
stops like 24 seconds loss. May as well be on the grippier tyre. But the other place the hards get used is when you're talking about circuits where there's lots of heat.
Behind is now 3.2 seconds.
Because if you've got enough crack temp, a hard just controls the temperature better.
Luke is now on softs. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
Alright, I'm going to pit at the end of this lap. Paul's caught me up. Bugger.
Fastest lap for Barnes.
He's going to make that.
132.00.
He's going to make a 3-stop work on me, I think. You're just too fast, Paul O'Regan.
Captain Regni behind is now.
You can quote me on that. Alright. Boxing for a nice top to softs. I'd love to add a clicker front wing too, but big setup doesn't let me do that.
Box in 330 metres.
Trying to not go long on our box. Off to selected, good.
100 metres. Simmons behind is pitting. 50 metres. Left front, 53%. Left rear, 81. There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you. Simmons is now on hards. We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them.
We've been jumped.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is Haynes, car number 8.
Not by Timothy though. Got Max and Hans.
The leader, Augusto, is pitting.
Good luck, mate. Good luck, James, mate. Hope you're at least in positive IR.
The gap behind is now 1.2. The leader is now on softs. Fernandez, car number 4, is now leading. New fastest lap for Luke, 1:31.80. That's new fastest lap for Haynes, 1:31.64. E7. Gap to May behind is now 1.0.
That was stupid. Come on, Adrian. Wake up. Tyres should be in now.
Fernandez is entering the pits. He's in P2. He should come out close in front of you. Fernandez is now on hards.
Well, that's a one-stop if ever I saw one. I think we've got to try and
Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need.
go on the attack here.
The car in front of us is Fernandez, car number 4, B licence, and their rating is 4.1.
Cold hards. Wait, Daniel Ricciardo, I like him vulnerable.
That's a new fastest lap for Augusto, 1:31.57.
Oh no. Fuck. Idiot.
Left side, clear left. What's your speed limit in the pits? Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Box in 330 meters. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Idiot.
Front
Oh,
left,
sorry, man.
97%. Left rear, 98.
I just had no control.
Pit exits clear. Your tyre temperatures look good. Okay, Adrian, the next car is Zamora, car number 30. B license.
Alright, fight back. We're going to have to drive as fast as we can. Still
Fastest
do
lap for
one more
Augusto,
stop.
31.46.
Mediums wouldn't have got us to the end, I don't think.
Fastest lap for Luke, 131.42.
Not at any pace.
Stick to the plan, don't be intimidated here. 13th place. Car right. Right side's clear. Come on, keep pushing. The driver in front of us is Mortensen, car number 10.
You can do the business from P2.
The gap in front is now 1.2. Okay, Adrian, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. 14th. The car ahead has just done at 131.74. The gap to Bud behind is now 1.2 seconds.
Drifted too early, didn't get second. Idiot.
You've got half your fuel left. The gap behind is now 1.3 seconds. That's your quickest lap in this session. Gap to P13 ahead is now 1.6 seconds.
Come on.
Your lap time was
That's the
1:32.50.
spirit.
That's your best lap in this session. Okay, Adrian, the next car is Zamora, car number 13. B license. Left side. Still there. Clear left. Your lap time was at 1:33.39. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.8 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace. Car ahead is Mortensen, car number 10.
Come here, Emil. Just want to talk to you about your position. Just a quiet little chat, because I think
Gap to Mortensen ahead is
it'd
increasing.
look much
It's
nicer
now
next to my
1.3.
name.
B13. Your last lap time was at 1:32.82. Zamora is now on mediums.
Just I catched up to Emil. Emil catches somebody else.
To Watkinson ahead is now 0.8. Two cars, dirty air is terrible. Screwed us all over. Alright Adrian, the next car is Lloyd, car number 7.
Good speed. Not good enough. Wasn't better than Harley, unfortunately.
B13. On your right. Right side's clear. Okay, Adrian, this bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past.
He is holding me up. I thought I had a way past around the outside. Don't play blocking games with me, Harley. Not allowed.
12. Use your car right. Clear right. Come on, Adrian. Nicely done. The next car is Mortensen, car number 10.
How many laps do we have left? Now we're doing maths. Never good at this speed.
You're really Mortensen in. The gap is now 1.4 seconds.
Should never have been out that much, Jim.
Stay calm, keep it smooth, E11. That lap was a 132.79. The gap ahead is now 1.1 seconds. About track limits.
End of this lap will be 15 laps to the end.
Position. Ahead is now 1.6.
Already a whole pit stop behind the people in front, like Timothy. So unless we try to make these tyres last to the end, and I've not been driving them like they were going to do that. We'll put on mediums and driven gently. I think we need to stop now. Absolutely rag it for the last 15. Thanks, Connor. I'm just going to stop in a minute and absolutely rag it to the end, I think. You reckon, mate? I've been driving these hard. No, I suppose I can wait for...
That's a new fastest lap for Baloch, 130.87.
There goes Emil. Yeah, well, look, it's the only way I'm going to get a position, isn't it?
Lap time was 133.56.
Maybe I'll risk it.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is Baloch, car number 5, and their rating is 3.5.
Suppose what have I got to lose? I just make a pit stop at the end and lose those places anyway. Exactly. Well, enjoy your gardening, mate.
The gap to P10 behind is increasing. It's now 4.4 seconds. That was 133.51.
This is great. Whole heap of cloud cover, basically fog. Track temperature's going to plummet. It's going to be lovely to go to the end. Oh, Harley behind I'm not too worried about anyway.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
Yeah, I've been trying not to overstress through the S's or anywhere else for that matter. So everyone in front's done their second stop, so I don't think I'm gonna jump anyone based on stops. I've spent too much time mucking around, passing people. Cheers, mate. 13 laps to go. 12 laps to go. 13 including this one.
The gap to 10th position behind is now 5.9.
Alright. The question is Ronaldo going to do a second stop? Or am I going to go a lap down? A lap down will help me get to the end. Not ideal, but
Gap to P1 behind is now 4.6 seconds, 1 lap in front.
think we are seeing some tyre wear because lap times are dropping off a bit.
The gap to P10 behind is
Not
now
seeing many
7.2.
major errors. So 0.8 down from the fastest. Admittedly was quite blistering, but
That lap time was 1:33.47.
it should probably be in the 34s, 32s, sorry.
Car in front is car number 18, and their rating is 2.4.
I only think I could be doing 32s then. So far this not stopping was the right call
The gap to
because
behind is now 8.3.
stop is 25 seconds. I was going to have 15 laps on those newer tyres, so even if I was doing a second faster, still not a whole stop.
That was 1:33.33. The gap to P1 behind is now 3.5 seconds. One lap ahead. P9.
Naldo hasn't just charged us down either. Yeah, I think some extra forward bias in the into spoon, or the second part of spoon, does help get the nose into the apex.
Alright Adrian, lap times are pretty consistent. You've just done a 1:33.41.
Get on the curve, Adrian. Get on it there. And there. Wow, I thought I was faster through there. Clock doesn't lie.
gap to P1 behind is now 2.1, 1 lap ahead. The gap to Lloyd behind is now 11 seconds. Flag.
Fucking oversteer. No way Ronaldo's not going to the end from now, surely.
Blue flag. That lap was at 1:33.71. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. Blue flag.
I'll very happily let the leader come past. Once Ronaldo gets to me, Ronaldo say you can drive on through. Thank goodness we don't have the real life F1 rule of free marshalling sectors. Better spoon. Well done, Adrian.
The gap to P1 behind is now 0.9, 1 lap ahead. The leader, Augusto, is pitting.
Oh.
That lap was at 1:33.20.
Okay. Thanks, Ronaldo.
Closing the gap. It's now 10 seconds. Quicker than you entering turn 2.
Laps after this one.
That lap was at
And that was past
1:33.68.
Harley. Timothy's been passed by Chechu. Maybe Timothy's struggling. Makes a couple of mistakes. Very easy to lose all seconds. We stay consistent. Our best chance.
The gap to Watson behind is now 9.8 seconds.
About 10 seconds ahead and 10 seconds behind. Wasn't for that little whoopsie, probably would have been alright. Maybe the strat for the alt-soft tomorrow night is to have the 1.5 front wing from the start, which I'm kind of thinking I'm going to anyway. Try to bring the tyres in a little more gently. And try the one stop.
1.2 seconds.
Keep the surface heating. You can keep the surface heating down through the turns. Actual tyre temps are very manageable. It's the
Your lap time was 1:33.95.
physical wear that's the main issue.
There's an incident in the hairpin. We think it might be May.
Oh no, Timothy. Not how I wanted it to go, but it was how it was going to have to go. We were going to move up. Where should we have been?
The gap to Watson behind is now 8.3 seconds.
We should have hampered Jan Fran. We've probably been at the back of that group, but we probably should have been
P8, 2 laps left.
about
You've just
3
done
places up.
1:34.27.
5 or maybe P6, realistically.
Fastest lap for Augusto, 129.86.
Come on, Adrian. Pretty sure Timothy was ahead of us. Before the accident? Maybe not.
The gap to Mortensen behind is now 7.4 seconds.
Could be burning the battery right now, but don't have control because it's a fixed race.
One more to go.
Turns out Connor was absolutely right, as Connor often is. I think in the end, this probably didn't gain us any spots. It meant that we didn't have to try to chase down Emil and Emil Mortensen and
Good race, everyone.
oh, sounds like at last, Luke says. I think he got at least one I rating. I'd hope so for P2. Ronaldo remained P1.
Great job. P8. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done.
Congrats on the 5K, Luke. Well done. Great racing, everybody. Great racing. Yeah, it confuses me that you didn't one-stop Ronaldo. There were only like 5 laps left to go. Thanks, Tobias. Connor, look, I think it worked out. I think if we'd pitted with Emil, we would have been able to
That's the
pass
end of the
Emil,
session.
but we never would have caught Balash or the next group ahead of us. I mean, do we get the times? Yeah, I mean they were 40 seconds ahead at the end of the race. So apparently Ronaldo said the spotter was warning him. Talk about tyres lasting well, Luke. I did 28 laps on the softs, mate. Yeah. But, well, once again, Connor, you were right. You were right. And yeah, thanks, Tobias. So what was the track? Practice was moderate usage. So I think that was the same as the other night. But yeah, just that incident was annoying. Let's go back to the race. Have a look at my start. Quickly. That was sweet. Oh, that wasn't. Got a little too eager. And then here I'm thinking, shit, what about the people behind me? But it turns out the next car behind is all the way back here. That's Max, and it was Paul that I drove around. Yeah, see you then, Ronaldo. Looking forward to it. Ronaldo's going to be back for the alt soft tomorrow at the same time. We hold on to this position pretty well. So 6th, and then we became 4th. The end. Yeah, so Paul sent it on Tim. And if we go to the end of lap 3, we're still in 4. Paul's hunting us down. Oops. And let's see at the end of the next lap where Paul has DRS. I think I absolutely butchered this chicane, and that's one of the reasons. Yeah, look, micro locking all the way in. Hit the curb in the wrong. Hit both curbs. Hit the curbs the wrong way around. I took too much there, not enough there, and I shifted up when I shouldn't have. Man, what an omni shambles that was. There goes Paul. Hi, Paul. Bye, Paul. And then let's have a look at the incident. So where did we pick? Just after the incident. So we're coming down the. We've just pitted. Our tyres have just got up to temp. See someone coming out on hards. Cold hards. That was Juan Fran. And the car is feeling so good right now. So we're like, I'm having to actually hold back here to not overrun. I'm just like, do I send it? I'm like trying to induce a mistake. I really should have pushed it a little harder there. Like I should have. Where did I start braking? Here. I should have been leaving it till about here to start braking. Just look how close to the curb I was there, but anyway. Great spoon. Right in the slipstream. And then, once again, this curb, you either need to take more or you need to take much, much less. That was too much. I think, looking at that, I think that's actually, yeah, because look at it, tripod there, that's the floor hitting the top of the curb. Oof, no wonder it went round on me. Yeah, you need to be tyres only if you're going to go over the curb. Oh, I probably should have tried to spin it around, but maybe I would have got rear winged out so easy. Gosh. Front wing gone. A bit of damage. pulled it into pit lane, didn't go past our box. Got some new softs, front wing, but it's still got aero damage on the front, so they still slightly damaged, and we weren't really at our best after that. Where did we come out? We came out with cabin behind. We stayed in front, and then just in front, Eduardo, who didn't make it to the end, unfortunately. Yuha, who ended up stopping again. Chachu. So we're a bit in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a look at what it is at the end of the main straight, but I was definitely down on top speed. And 284 is not too bad. In this, go back to just before the incident and see what they're doing down the end of the straight. Oh yeah, so top speed wasn't affected, but yeah, 5/10 is easy like that. But then when we were making the decision to pit for Emil pits, where does we were chasing down Emil? Yep, we're chasing down Emil, so there Emil pits that lap 38. And that's us going past. So there we are. We were neck and neck with Emil, and by the end of the race, Emil finished nearly 10 seconds behind us. So when I said that I was probably losing a second a lap on the older tyres, and that was 15 laps at a second a lap, that's pretty accurate. 128 behind versus 121, a bit under 10 laps. So a bit under 10 seconds, sorry. So yeah, that was a reasonable estimate. So I'm pretty happy with my maths around here. And oh, Wesley, what happened to you? Oh, off the start too. Starting E16. Is it a self-incident or is it a... Everyone being very sensible. Good to see. Oh, no. Yeah, that's just a bit of understeer due to cold tyres and net code. Shame. Really sorry to see that, Wesley. And then, oh, that could have been that was so close to being like ours. Mine only made it a few laps. Happened one. Oh, bit of a twitch there. Oh. Ooh, yep. Just skateboard grind on that top of that curb and into that wall every time. Done that so many times. So many times. Nico, what misfortune befell you? A couple. Did you beat Mr. Bernier? I mean, I don't believe what just happened to me in that I took softs 28 laps, but yeah, what happened to you? Oh, nice. And you got positive IR for that, I hope. Happened to you. Oh, no. Oh. You won by a lap. Oh, congrats, mate. Oh, Nico. Yep. Easy to do. I did it. But then hasn't looked at the relative. Or rejoin, I'm afraid. Yeah, mate, frame it. Oh. 4-1. I feel sorry for Nico there. It deserves to. It deserves to. That Bernier is no slouch. Go far chase, because I'm sure it's a bit better to watch in fast forward. It's to you, sir. Good old turn 2 stake skateboard. Yeah, I mean, the only thing you can do is once you realise that you're understeering towards that curb, I mean, to tackle understeer, you open the steering anyway. But really, it's better to actually open the steering and head off across the grass there. Ah, congrats. That's pretty big. Yeah, that's a shame. Vado, you made it a long way. Another. Dirty air. Hairpin. No. Oh, yep. 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 Lit it up. Lit it up. All right. Timothy. Now we know this is at the hairpin. It was a bit. Gave us P8. We took over Timothy's P8. Start running it out of Degner 2. Oh, not on that lap. Next lap. Oh. That's just heartbreaking. Timothy, heartbreaks for you. Just looks like there's a bit of rubbish on there from people going out too wide. Chase cam, a lot right down. You can just see the track's so dirty. Starts throwing up dirt and then off in the marbles here. The rate of marble generation has been slightly reduced for this season, but 50 laps into an F1 race, you're still going to have marbles. So yeah, Timothy, you would have had P8, and we were chasing you down, but we weren't going to get you. What happened to Chechu? I think it was early on. Dashed lap here. Okay, so okay. Oh, was that a very Audi-inspired colour scheme? Speeding, sir? You were speeding. Yeah, that's no good. That's past the line, and that speed says to me 92 kilometers per hour. Not as fast as Sainz was clocked. Sainz was clocked doing 93 kilometers an hour. But when did you get your whoopsie on the front there? Oh, wow. This lap. Well, there was already some damage there, but more damage on. Assume hence the pit for the. Oh. How was that just a extra ding? Oh, you've done well. Done well to make that as minor as it was. See, that's just the equivalent. If the end plates were separate parts and could detach, I think that's what would have happened there. But yeah, just a bit overeager on pit entry. I think that's about it. Let's have a word for Luke here. Let's. Is this the end of the race? Here we go. Just have a look from TV3, maybe. There you are, Luke. 5,000 IR. That wasn't a very good camera angle. Go with one. Join the 5,000 iRating club. There's the celebration down the pit straight. So yeah. They got 42 IR, so should well into the 5,000 IR territory. And that's it. That's the race. I'm sure it is. I need to get back to the 3,000 IR club first. But I made up some of the losses I've had this week. So clawed back. Now only down about 100 from this week. But yeah, a couple of weeks ago I was up at 3K. So you'll race me. Hey mate, if you're not doing anything at 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 UTC tomorrow, come and join us. We'll be running the open version of this at 10 UTC. I'll be back. I'll be driving. Luke will be there. Ronaldo said he'd be there, so you'll have some competition. So come and join us tomorrow, mate. There's your invitation, personal invitation from me, IGP Series community manager. Speaking of the community manager stuff, over this weekend I'll be putting out the votes for the working out how we're going to choose the tracks for season 3. And James, if you want to set up iRacing Open Wheel Discord in the IGP in the W13 section, there's a resources channel. There's all of the Apex Racing Academy sets that Ben Fuller ever produced for the W13 in a giant zip file. I don't have any better setups than that. So you just may need to check that it's not bouncing too much, because they changed the floor friction from between when Ben built the set. But you'll be able to hear that if it's porpoising and bouncing a lot. And you might just have to raise the ride height. Where do you join the Discord? That's a very good question. On the iRacing forums, every weekly post for the W13 or the tour every round. Well, the weekly post for the W13 actually has the Discord link. I need to add it to the tour threads. So if you go to Mercedes W13 on the iRacing forums, there'll be a link to join the Discord there, and that's the iRacing Open Wheel Discord. And yeah, there's a 2025 tour strategy thread. But really, all you need to do is a medium soft here, and you're pretty golden. So yeah, get on it or ask in Stuffy's Discord. We can send you a link. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. James might see you tomorrow. Connor will probably see you tomorrow. And I don't know whether Tobias will be actually driving. He might keep us company in the chat. You just joined. Excellent. I need to select an F1 role, and you should see the W13 channels, and be able to find the resources one. And yeah, that's the best. Those are some very competitive setups. Until then, have a great day, everyone, wherever you are.